question for each of you. Scroobius, I don't know if you can tell us this or not, but is there anything that you can reveal about Influx and also about having Finola's father with you guys? Anything you can tease at all?
There's basically a lot to learn. I think we've already teased as Craig and the team are finding out, Influx are bigger than they may have appeared at first. It's not just a few guys in dark tones and moody facial hair. There's a lot more going on. There's a lot more going on behind the scenes, and the mystery is what the involvement is with Finola's dad, George Jones. And I mean, if it is George Jones, obviously the debris can do a lot of things. If there was a piece of debris that could reanimate the person who knows more about debris than anyone else in the world, I'd imagine Influx would be interested in that. Equally, if there was some way of faking a death, I'm sure they'd be interested in that. So there's a lot to kind of figure out in that world. But yeah, we're very closely connected.
Great. And then Norbert, we've seen him, Maddox, talk to, a guy from another country, maybe trading some debris and that. Can we trust him? I mean, it's kind of hard to tell if he's going against our government or maybe you're shaking your head.
Can't trust him at all. Yeah. Can't trust him at all.
I agree with Pip. No, I agree. I agree 100%, even though he's my guy and Craig is, and I think I'm getting a handle on why he does the things he does. But Scroob is 100% right. He cannot be trusted, nor can anyone that does this kind of high level special op intelligence work. This is something that keeps coming up in the conversations over and over, and it's part of the world that I find the most fascinating. The ability to almost split your identity in half. At the same time that I really care for Brian, Maddox cares for Brian, wants the best for him, mentors him. This idea that in this world, I would have no problem if I found out that he was working for another agent, having somebody put a bullet in his head in 5 minutes. Do you know what I mean? It's that ability to compartmentalize, always be thinking strategically. Most people couldn't do that. Most people form human attachments and get emotional. And while I'm not saying that these people don't have hearts and minds, but in the world that they live in, because the stakes are so high, we're trying to save the world, the history of the world. That's, if you take it to its natural endpoint, that's what we're trying to do, right? So he can't be trusted in that way. And that's the job description. I was reading this really great account of a character that was kind of like a Maddox, who was doing sort of like IT spy work in the Middle East during the Second Gulf War. And he was saying how at any given time, no matter what country he's in, no matter what nefarious people he's dealing with, no matter how complicated, the guy could, in under 1 minute, pack a suitcase and be gone forever from the thing that he was working on. 1 minute to leave an entire life and identity behind and start another one. And this was an actual account I was looking for. A haircut, a shave, change the mustache, put the hard drive in whatever, get on a plane, and you're gone. And if you can't turn around and become someone else in less than 1 minute, they were saying, the work is not for you. That's a really hard thing for me to get my head around, but that's who Maddox is. And so, yes, I agree, he cannot be trusted.
and that's why all us Influx guys have got beards, because we shave them off and we're gone. It's the perfect cover. A minute and we're gone. You won't recognize us.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.